what am I watching? There's no like slow burn. It just goes right into it.
You don't have a sticker with that on some Kindle or water bottle?
I
Do you?
don't. I don't yet.
Okay, we will get you one. I don't watch porn, I read it like a lady. Hey everyone, it's Jenna. So today we are talking about the rise of the romance genre. So how it went from your mom's bodice ripper novels to the most dominant genre in the industry right now. And of course, why shows like Heated Rivalry are changing the game. We're joined by our lovely friend Crystal again. She's a Formula One romance writer, a friend of the pod. She brings a wonderful perspective to the conversation, both reader and writer. We are going to be releasing an extra episode this week. We will be talking about how Crystal got her agent. She just signed with her agent recently. She talks to us all about that process, how she went about querying, the conversation that she had with the agent. And we just want to say congratulations, Crystal. You are absolutely incredible and you are going to dominate. We're so excited to hear about your next steps. So just keep us posted. But for everyone else, you can just tune into that extra episode later in the week. So today is January 19th. So look for that probably around the end of the week on Thursday or Friday, depending on when I get my life together. Hence the, if you're watching on video, hence the no makeup, hair up, whatever. So we are going to save her full agent story for later in the week, but today is just about romance. So tune in, and of course, thank you again for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you out there. I know, Crystal, your book is a sapphic F1 romance. So I
It is
feel
indeed.
like you would be the best person to speak to about the current phenomenon that is heated rivalries.
We all gotta just talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about how it was a book and then it was a really unique show that wasn't even supposed to be on HBO. And
God bless the Canadian government.
oh man, they do it right.
So I remember seeing, I had not actually read the Heated Rivalry books before, or well, the actual series is called Game Changers. So respect on the name of the series. I had heard about them as like one of the best hockey romance, especially male hockey romance series. Um, but I hadn't read them myself yet. And I remember when when the announcement that it was being produced came out, the big draw for me was Jacob Turney, who is the show's co-creator and director of a bunch of the episodes. I think he wrote some of the episodes. And I knew from Letterkenny. And so it was produced by this company in Canada called Crave, which also produced Letterkenny. And then uh, they did early deals for distribution to various countries, and HBO Max is what is showing on in the US. This series dropped, the first 2 episodes dropped Black Friday in the US, so the day after American Thanksgiving, because Canada has a different Thanksgiving. And the internet exploded in a united consensus like I have very rarely seen before, especially about a book to TV adaptation.
Where there
Yes.
was like no
I know.
qualms about it. It was just like
None,
elation.
especially after the 3rd episode. For me, episode 3 is truly where it turns from, okay, this is a fun show that is sexy and the leads have great chemistry, to this is art and this is like exactly how you want someone to adapt your books.
Yep.
Understanding like these are the important things about this story. Like, yes, Shane and Ilya are the headlining couple of this whole series, but these characters' story is very important. And the confidence it takes to, in the 3rd episode of 6 episodes of a brand new series, to completely pivot. And like, you don't even see the 2 characters that you've just been getting us invested in for like 20 minutes into the episode.
It was the episode that hooked me, I think.
Yeah.
And Jenna and I were even texting about this because it was like, to me, I'm not like a big romance reader. I'm just kind of dipping my toes in. And so I was like, oh, like everybody's watching this. I got to watch it. And I'm like, what am I watching? There's no like slow burn. It just goes right into it. There is no relationship building. I don't feel compelled at all by these characters. Like I'm not being pulled in. And then I get to the third episode and I was like, all right, I love this. Like I'm going to keep watching because here's my compelling storyline. Like here is two people that are both very likable, that you're rooting for, that you want to like make it. And also PS Hunter, what's his first name again? Scott or Sean?
Scott Hunter.
Scott Hunter. Smash. Smash.
Yeah.
Any day of the week.
I mean, like the other couple, like I don't like either one. They both like don't have that. I don't know. I'm just not rooting for them as hard as I am. And yeah, exactly. But theirs is a true love.
But then
It is.
I love how after you get done with episode 3, it's like just like any other relationship, no matter what the gender is. Any relationship can take any kind of form and it can grow in any kind of way. And I think I also really liked, like you said, Kate, like I was like really hooked after that because all the misogyny was gone. Every single piece of it. And that's why I think like as women, we liked it so much. Like if you look at the audience segmentation, I'm pretty sure there's a large amount of female viewers because there was no misogyny. There was no, you have to fit into this mold of what a relationship is. Like there is no role that you need to fulfill. And I think about so many different books that people are reading right now and not being controlled of like what you want or what you need your role to be in the world around you and your relationships and your like partnerships is so refreshing. It's like that's what we're all seeking, and especially in the romance genre.
Even though like executives, whoever makes those decisions thinks that the public is not ready for these relationships to be represented in a big way or like in a mainstream media is so wrong.
So wrong.
Here's a great example of women and men being compelled by the same story because these are universal themes and universal feelings and universal everything. Like, you know, so like it's them telling us we're not ready. It's them telling us that they don't want to publish these stories because you know, like it's not going to sell or like, you know, it's too niche or whatever it is. Clearly it's not. And I'm grateful for this series to really show us that like, it's fine. Like we all enjoy it.
And it has gotten some, oh, it's just smut. Oh, it's just that gay hockey show, which first it's a queer hockey show. One of the leads is bisexual. He's not gay. Thank you very much. Like character wise. 2, the episode that, other than the third episode, the episode that has the most universal praise that also is art, like the last 5 minutes of it are just art to me, is episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the episode with the least sex in it. But the sex is crucial to the character development of Shane and Ilya to get to the point that they're at the end of episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
Because so much a part of their journey is like, okay, this started as just hookups. This started as just sex. Like there was nothing deeper to it. And there couldn't be anything deeper to it because of the careers that they're both in.
Mm-hmm.
And you slowly through the series see that breaking down in little ways. And the fact that episode 5, which is where their relationship really turns from physical to emotional, that episode has the least sex in it is completely intentional, I believe. Like, I haven't necessarily heard Jacob Tierney speak on that specifically, but I would say that is 100% intentional.
So then I beg the question of romance isn't smut. And
No, it's not.
it's not. Like, we joke about it all the time. You're like, I don't watch porn, I read it like a lady. But it's
It's
also
literature,
but
that's one of
but
my favorite ones.
yeah. You don't have a sticker with that on some Kindle or water bottle?
I
Do you?
don't. I don't yet.
Okay, we will get you one.
I need
Um,
one. I need
Yeah,
one.
that's merch
but
number, yeah, our
but
first
it's
merch idea.
but it's also like romance means sex is part of the story and the character arc. It's not part of the entertainment space solely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes. And
when
and the thing is, we have a different term for when it is just smut. That is erotica. When
Yes.
you can
yes,
take the emotional side of the relationship out of the story, that is erotica, which is also a fully formed, valid genre of its own.
right.
But a lot of these books that people call erotica or call smut, they're just romances with open door sex scenes.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, and that serve the plot line and then
Yes.
are written in a way we wanna read them and
Yeah.
that, like, we enjoy. But I think, yeah, it's never for the sake of just, like, throwing it into the story because it's gonna sell books or whatever it is. Um, what I think that I've always been like a historical fiction reader, or like this is like I said, I'm dipping my toes into the romance world. You guys are way more well versed on romantasy and like romance than I am. But there was, and I feel like it was recent, but there was a shift in your mom's romance novels to romance novels today. Um, I don't know where that shift happened. Maybe you guys know where that shift happened, but I feel like one day, um, like I would see like the guy shirtless with the cowboy hat on. That was like a real kind of like looking picture and associated that with romance. And now you see like these cute, like kind of almost like animated book covers that are like adorable. That and that's the romance now, but also Outlander is the romance, and I think once I found out my grandmother was watching Outlander, I was like, "There's been a shift."
Are you gonna go history lesson, Jenna, or
Yeah.
shall
Oh,
I?
I
Because I
will
did
start
some
you.
research.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
This is for you.
Okay.
Okay. So, it really, I think, based off of the research I saw and like the stats that I'm seeing, it comes with the new wave of feminism. It's not overnight. It's not like everyone becomes okay with it. I think it's women, female writers being more of the authors out there. Female writers, as well as if you look at statistically, men are reading less and less fiction every year. And and us women are like, fuck yeah, fiction. So it's in conjunction. It's kind of like almost like a rebellion, I think it started off as, of like the bodice rippers. That's just like because any other form of visual pornography or visual anything to do with sexual anything for women was frowned upon. So they went to what they could get, and that was a paperback from their library. And there's literally still a section in my local library that is labeled bodice rippers. And I'm just like, yes. That's a librarian that's having some fun. When millennials started to become
one of the primary demographics in media consumption. If you look at TV shows, if you look at movies, when millennials start to have the buying power, we're the ones that are putting the dollars to it. And I think statistically speaking, if you look at the sales, how many units? In 2017, there are 21.5 million copies of romance novels sold. 2025, an estimated 51 million copies sold.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's an incredible stat.
I would love to see that as percentage of the fiction market.
Yeah.
I know
Mhm.
that's been a little hard to nail down for me and some of my research.
Mhm.
But it is consistent that like I heard this stat, I think from Beverly Jenkins at a talk at a writing conference, that romance outsells Western, historical, and some other genre that is not, I think, science fiction fantasy. Um, and I don't think it's
Thriller?
mystery, um, maybe thriller combined. There were like three other genres of fiction that romance sold more of itself than these three genres combined.
Wow.
And it is the number one selling genre. Like
That's crazy.
science fiction, fantasy, and mystery, I think are like right under.
Because
But
people
it
freaking
is the best
love
selling
their
genre.
crime thrillers.
They do. They
They love
do.
them.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
So, just
I I think your
little
note about tying. Oh, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say it was, um so in 2012 to 2016, and then post-lockdown of 2020, that is
Hmm.
that it was the true departure in Bodice Ripper to romance. That was, like, when those like, my best friend Jenny, we all gave her shit in college because she had all of the Fabio-esque books on her bookshelf in her dorm room, like, just very well-loved paperbacks. Um, but after those years, then it shifted to feminist media literacy and feminists decision makers, women taking seats of power in media. Um, but also you see a difference in the male main characters too. Not just like the number of romance novels that are available to you, but it was the, hey, let's actually write a man that has like emotional maturity and like isn't gonna like screw over the female main character because of his misogyny. Like, no, like you actually wrote a man that you wanted to see that maybe you weren't seeing in your everyday life because I digress.
No, 100%. I agree with you. Like, one of my favorite contemporary romance writers is Jessica Joyce, and she needs more flowers than she gets. She's like solidly in the mid list right now. Um, but like, when you talk about men written by women, like Eli in the X Files goes to therapy and does the work and makes himself better. Like, that's what we want, man.
A man in therapy is what everyone wants.
So yeah, I think that is the really interesting, more contemporary uh kind of evolution of romance is the male main character with emotions
Mm-hmm.
who discusses his emotions, who goes to therapy, who like acknowledges his flaws and actually tries to fix them.
Mm-hmm.
So one hallmark of like the bodice ripper era, and I think this is really interesting to look at with like the tie-in with the era of like first wave feminism and or second wave feminism. Are the 70s first or second wave? I can never remember. A second?
I thought first
Or is
wave was
second
like,
wave like 90s?
I think second. Oh shit.
World
I don't
War
know.
II?
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, I feel like
One of the
feminism, like
feminism waves.
I feel like the term was more, yeah, like 60s, 70s for feminism. Otherwise, it was like suffragette or,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes. Maybe that is.
I know
But
when the
I think it's
term
really
came.
interesting tracking the changes in the romance genre to the changes in feminism and women's place in the world.
Mhm.
So, where the first kind of like mass marketed romance novels started coming out was in the 50s, and they appealed to women who, many of them had jobs in the war and were being put back into this place of being the little housewife and 2.5 children, atomic family. Uh, and books were an easy and cheap form of entertainment that fit into their lives as they were now. They could pick it up, put it back down in between naps and
Tasks.
feedings and cooking and all of that stuff. Um, then where you have the next big evolution is in the 70s with the bodice rippers and with explicit sex being on page. And so that is like tracked very closely to the sexual revolution of the 60s and that wave of feminism. But even then, it had its issues. 'Cause one of the hallmarks of the bodice ripper era is like these ladies are getting sexually assaulted all over the place, like
I
by
don't mean to
their
laugh,
by
but
their
like,
love interest.
yes. Yeah.
Legit, like that was a very normalized part of the romance genre in these. Was it associated with time and place of a lot of these being historical fiction, hence the bodices? Yeah, sure, I guess. In the 90s, in the early 2000s, as the next wave of feminism is coming, and women are like,
So many waves.
that's kind of problematic.
I
Kind of
bet.
problematic. Like,
It doesn't align
don't
with my
my values and modern sensibilities. And so that's where you start getting the shift from historical romance to contemporary romance. And that's where you get Danielle Steele and Nora Roberts, and they were like, I think,
yeah,
80s into 90s.
Nora
But
Roberts.
that's where you get that kind of wave of romance. And so now what we're seeing in contemporary is again another evolution of society and not just feminism, but equality in general. So we are seeing more racially diverse romance novels. We are seeing more uh, gender diverse, more sexuality diverse romance novels. Like we are seeing a full gamut of the readers of romance be represented in the romance in a way that they never have been before. And so I think that is why, because the genre has just continued to evolve as its readership has evolved and grown, I think that's one of the reasons why it's such a high selling, such a consistently relevant genre of books.
Yeah, that's such a good way to put it. It's consistently relevant,
Relevant.
but adapting and growing as society adapts and grows, and it truly reflects our new roles in society, women in the workforce, like you said, like all of the diverse representation that is included in them now is a direct, I mean, and that's what art is supposed to be, right? A reflection of where we are as a society. And so yeah, it totally makes sense. Um,
Now, there's still a lot of problematic issues. There
Always.
are many a great article written by people who know much more than I do and are much more attuned to these, particularly on kind of like anti-feminist underscore of racisms in cowboy romance and hockey romance in particular I've seen called
Mhm.
out. A lot of sports romance in general um, has kind of still very like patriarchal structures
Yeah.
because most sports are male centric. And so most of those are heterosexual romances, or at least straight passing couples in those. And they are the male is the athlete and the woman is very rarely also an athlete or also kind of at the level that
Mhm.
the man is in those.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
if she has a job, it's reporter, it's
Trainer.
PR for the team, which trainer, which like these are valid professions. I don't want to make it sound like these are not valid professions.
Right.
But for those to be like the most empowered representation of women we get in those main couples is a problem. Because like a lot of it is like other player's little sister. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's such a good
like
point. Yeah.
give the women more agency here. We're getting
That's
deep
a
in
good
this
question.
episode.
I
God,
know.
we are.
Um we've been very reflective recently in our episodes. We're gonna go back to drinking games next week.
Great.
God. Yeah, if you want pure just stupid laughter, episode 2, it's fantastic.
But also, we're women who can do both. We can do fun. We can do like
Yes.
researched and like thorough, intelligent
Yeah.
takes.
Oh,
We
I
can
think this
feign
is such a topic right
multitudes.
now, and I'm so glad that we're covering it in this way. Um, but I want to pose this question to you, and while you're thinking about it too, Crystal, like I want to pose the question to listeners as well. Like, are you working on a book that you feel like is where like romance might be headed, or like what are your feelings on this topic, and what are you writing about, or what are you doing to also contribute to the
Yeah.
genre?
Plug it. Plug your work in the
Yes.
comments.
Yeah.
Plug it.
I'm so glad Crystal was here for this conversation because I feel
Plug
like we are the writers of the books. Crystal, and it just shows you too that like a sapphic F1 romance, there's space for it, and people are out there championing these stories. Keep writing them. Keep writing them.
Kate, what do you like to read?
Yes.
Not in romance, just in general. What do you like to read?
I like historical fiction. For romance, I just like an easy read. I like to like disappear into something I'm going to read really quick and enjoy it like I would a Hallmark movie at Christmas.
I'm going to recommend Amy Awards.
I also want to be able to like drop the name or the writer of this book in a room and have people be like, "Oh, she reads."
Okay, well, I was going to recommend The Cock Down the Block, so maybe not that one.
She's caught up on her reading.
Stop.
It's like a whole series that she has of like double entendre titles, and they're all based around like a football playing family, and she's a local Colorado author. Um, but they are delightful, and they all have plus size heroines, and so
Oh, that's
these are great
cool.
books.
Yeah. No,
But yeah, maybe not one. I mean, if you want a Amy Award, it is Amy Award, Cock Down the Block. Um, Maybe not one you wanna drop the title of at a dinner party unless you're me and you wanna just, like, go all in and make sure people know
Mhm.
what you're about. Um,
yeah, who's like a romance author that I don't know that just like kind of everyone knows.
Yeah, Sarah Adams is very like Hallmarky, but
Okay.
the characters have depth. I love her When in Rome series. Um, is it Carly
yes.
Carly Fortune?
I just started
Which one did you
Carly
just
Fortune.
start?
No, I just started In Your Dreams.
I have that.
Yeah,
It's on my
I almost
shelf.
bought that the other day.
Yes.
It's it's the 4th in a series. I don't think you need to read the other 3 before it, because it's just, like, as connected standalones, but I think it probably adds something because she's been laying the seeds for this relationship throughout the other 3 books. But yeah, When in Rome is great to start with. It's so
Okay,
delightful.
perfect.
It is.
Um,
And then, yeah, Carly Fortune is also a really good one. Every Summer After. I really like that one a lot. But if you want
Okay, I feel good.
if you want a female main character in STEM, go for Allie Hazelwood. That's like a lovely, like, so mainstream, but also the banter I think you would greatly appreciate. So those are my
Okay.
recs. I will steer you away from like Kiss of
yeah,
the
Allie Hazelwood,
Basilisk.
so funny. If you want something that is magical realism,
Okay.
Ashley Poston and Kate Robb. Kate Robb is a Canadian author, so hers are very like Canada centric. So if you're on your Heated Rivalry Canada kick, go with Kate Robb. Um, Ashley Poston also is great. They're like romances that happen in worlds that have like a little bit of magic in them.
Yeah, I could do that.
Like 7 Year Slip has a great premise. A woman inherits her grandmother's apartment, and she goes into it one day to find that there's a dude who thinks he lives there, and it eventually plays out that like he is living 7 years in the past from where she is then. So it's kind of like that the mailbox Lake House,
Yes, the lake
the
house. The
Keanu
lake
Sandra
house.
mailbox movie.
Oh.
Yes. So if you like the Lake House, 7 Year Slip. If you like emotional depth to your leads, I love Jessica Joyce, particularly the X-Vows. That's a second chance romance, and that's like my jam. I also like Kate Goldbeck. Her first is like is called You Again, and it's a gender flipped When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, there's so much.
Uh,
I feel like I would
yeah.
really
So
like
many.
these.
And then
Yeah.
BK Borison I'll also throw out there. BK Borison's Heartstrings series in particular. The first book is called First Time Caller.
Oh, okay. That I see that everywhere. Everyone
So
posts
good.
that.
It's so good. I love it.
Yeah.
And the second one I'm very excited about comes out. Yes, and that's her
That's the one you just
holiday
reviewed. You were
romance.
texting me about.
Like, I
I haven't
needed
read
this.
that one yet. I'm very excited.
I needed it. I needed like a warm hug.
So now you're going to spend the
Perfect.
next year reading nothing but romance.
I feel like this will take me a week. They read so fast.
Yeah, this
It
is like
does.
2 days.
Thank you.
So I'm going to put this one in your box.
I love that this episode is now. I think we are book tuckers now.
Shit. How did that
Heck yeah.
happen?
This is great. I want to get the book talk. I want to get the writer and the book talk, the book talkers, and some episodes might be good for book talkers. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's we can market to more than just authors, but play to both a little bit sometimes.
To be writers, we also have to be readers.
Literally.
Like we want more book girlies. How do I sign up and be a book girly? I am so happy that you joined us today, Crystal. We haven't seen your face in far too long, and a lot of has happened since the last time we saw your face. But also, just having another perspective on the land of romance. I want to also beg you for an arc of your book. I will go on my hands and knees and I will beg you for it. And because I'm like chomping at the bit to read it.
After I do these edits, I will need additional readers before we go on subs. So
I can't wait for sure.
Oh my God,
Is
I'm going to
Crystal
devour it.
I hear this term all the time, but I feel like Crystal's our Crystal's our first friend of the pod. So
I love that.
Yes.
First guest, first repeat guest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You are officially.
So when your book
hashtag
comes out, it's
friend
going to
of the
be
pod.
like Crystal's a friend of the pod. Crystal's a big friend of the pod. We're going to give away her book.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Well, yeah, Marks and Manuscripts has a place in the acknowledgements in the back already.
Anyway, we're just so happy for you. We're so glad that you came and joined us again. I know you're going to be here so many more times because you
Yeah,
are an
anytime.
honorary third host. And yeah, cheers for you, man. Like,
Cheers! Congratulations.
you.
We are
Good job.
so happy for you. And if you don't
Thank
already,
you.
literally and genuinely happy.
like, I'm not even like an ounce of resentment of like, frick. No, like, I'm very happy for you.
No.
No, you can. It's okay. You can have
Don't
a
start
little
posting-
resentment
yeah.
under there.
Don't start posting the come with me on my day as a published author.
No,
Then we
I
have
know.
problems.
I promise.
Then I'll be. So if you don't already, follow Crystal on Instagram.
Yeah.
But also, if you are an agent, if you are an editor, if you are a reader, if you are a writer, if you like books, just follow us. Because we love you and you're
Follow
great.
these ladies.
Okay.
I'm just going to point all directions because I don't know where you'll be on the screen. Follow these ladies.